They just keyboard gangsters. I want to see if they post up when I pull up.
Hey, Samore Love books. You have now tuned in to my Bad Girls Club Season 15 Reunion Part Uno. So guys, be sure to subscribe if you haven't yet done so. Share this video wherever you like to share videos. Give it a good old thumbs up if you like these types of videos. And also check out my other channel, Samore Love TV, because that's where I'm having a giveaway. Okay, real quick. And you guys had a lot to say. I did definitely see that. So first, shout out to Jay Cozart. Shout out to you. Also to Dre Day 2011. And finally, Bayesian Mommy, who said Suha was hypocritical for saying there's two things about me. Don't mess with my money, don't mess with my kids. But she ripped up Kristina's money. So I'm here like, interesting. All she needed was that new emoji sign that goes like this. I love that one. Like, I use it all the time because in the real world, I am so freaking sarcastic. So that little emoji goes with everything. Alright guys, so Tanisha the Diva is the host once again, and she has slimmed down. I mean, she's always looked great. She looks great and she looks happy, and she seems like she's grown a lot as far as being a host. She's grown a lot as a person, a human being. I've seen a lot of things that she posts on Instagram because I am following her. She's one of the few celebrities that I actually follow, and she's definitely changed a lot from what I've seen. I mean, she has her drawbacks at times where people be trying her, but she seems like she's gotten to a much better place in life. The only thing I didn't like was that she was going back to some of the fat jokes. Like, there was one point where she was like, oh, let me go eat a sandwich or something like that. I'm like, girl, those fat jokes ain't even as funny anymore because you are not that big. You know what I mean? It's like, I'm looking at you, but you don't look the same. It just doesn't have the same impact. But other than that, I feel like she's doing a pretty good job at pissing people off and, you know, getting people to remember the reasons why they were mad at each other so that we can get that good old entertainment. Isn't that what it's all about? So yeah, this is the one y'all that we have been waiting for. I think the next season, depending on how the girls start off, I might just do the reunions and that's it. Like, I might just skip past all the episodes, wait till the reunion, and then do my recap, because I don't know, I feel sometimes like it was dragging. Sometimes I just wasn't feeling it. Sometimes the girls was just getting under my skin, or they just wasn't turned, you know. Like, we had some good seasons back in the days, but I don't know, maybe I'm just starting to get over the Bad Girls Club. That could be it too. But Angela, she has an issue with the rats and the fats. So, and I like the fact, I think they're only going to have 2 parts. I'm hoping. With the first episode, they didn't do as much as, oh, let's show when we get out the car, when we see each other, when we drink our cocktails. Like, more now, even though they did BS quite a bit at the beginning, you know, it was stuff that was relevant to the actual reunion. It was the girls actually in the studio talking about what they're going to do or how they feel, or different situations that led up to the way that they feel today. So it made more sense than having them, oh, hey girl, I haven't seen you in so long, and they're sitting down under the sun. Like, come on, you're doing a little too much. So you're really just trying to kill too much time, and it's just getting me mad. Didn't they try to do that with like a few times? And I guess they seen us complain so much that they kind of was like, okay, let's do a different approach. This is losing ratings or whatever. I don't know. So mainly Susu, and she's mainly mad at Susu because she feels like Susu tried to jump her sister Kristina when she was away. So she definitely has a vendetta for her. She's seeking blood. Like, she's trying to get the pose on her. I know I'm crossing shows right now. I definitely liked Kristina and Angela's outfit. They look like superheroes or something like that. Like, it was like real badass, you know? And I really liked the way it looked on Angela, just a little bit more than Kristina. But they both were working it pretty nicely. Amber and Asia, their hair was like really cute. They both had like similar hairstyles. I was like, okay, they're doing the fake twin thing. I just realized the twins, they weren't there. The twins from Staten Island or Long Island, wherever they were from. I know they were from New York and they sound like they were Italian. I think they were from Staten Island. They didn't show up to the reunion. And the mystery girls that were there for like a minute, they didn't show up either. Who else is missing? That's it, right? I think that's it. Yeah, so I just like totally remembered them. Like, oh, they actually were real twins there. Olivia and Diamond, they were back as well, and Melissa and Allison were back with the same kind of outfits that they always had. It seems like everyone has their cliques, and Diamond, she just kind of went with the Jamie and Jasmine, Suha and Hassan clique. I guess because she couldn't fit in with the other people because the other people had Diamond, so it's like, I don't want to see Diamond right now, so I gotta go somewhere else. So she ended up on their side, pretending to be cool with them, or like she's really their friend. Tanisha, she came into the room that Olivia and all of them was in, and she kind of just had like a nice little talk with them, and she said that they gotta just elevate themselves from the person that they are today and forget about the person they were yesterday in order to become the person that they're going to be, or something very motivational, she said. She also said that from this day forth, or from this show on, you're always going to be tied to the Bad Girls Club, so you kind of have to embrace it. And that's exactly what she did. I mean, to be honest, like going out into the real world after doing some things that you've done on this show, especially, depending on what it was that you did. Some people, they can still get a regular job, but other people, it's just like, we saw you on the Bad Girls Club. Like, you're not going to be able to get a corporate job after that because people are not going to look at you seriously a lot of times. So it just kind of depends. So that's kind of like what she was saying. You kind of got to embrace it. Like, there's going to be people that are going to test you. People are going to try you. People on social media. People in the clubs. Like, everywhere you go, there are going to be people. And I've seen videos and things where some of the girls, they go to hostings of clubs and things like that, and some of the fans are like going off on them, like, oh, you ain't bad, you think you're a bad girl. Like, I've seen that a few times, and I'm just like, wow, like, that's dangerous. They need to make sure they always have security for them. It's like, because they were on the Bad Girls Club, people want to test them. Amber, Asia, Jamie, Jasmine, and Kristina, they were on the stage first. They got the little interviews on. She was asking each of them questions. Jasmine and Jamie, their hair looked really much more acceptable than it did when they were in the Bad Girls Club. But then after a while, I guess the sweat started getting into it, and it didn't look as good as it did when they first got there. I guess they both have natural hair, I'm assuming. I'm not too sure about, I always mix up the two of them names because both of them is with J's. I think Jasmine is the thinner one, and the taller and skinnier one that always has straight hair. I think her hair might be pressed or relaxed. I'm not sure, but it doesn't blend well with her hair, so I'm assuming. But anyways, the whole point is that, like, a lot of times I just feel like they don't look like really kept well. It's just something about them that just kind of like doesn't look clean, and I think that's the problem that the other girls was having with them as well. They just kind of didn't fit in. Asia, she starts coming for Jamie and Jasmine and tells them straight up, I mean, she's like, in the real world, I would not hang out with none of you. I wouldn't hang out with you. I wouldn't kiki with you. I wouldn't chill with you. Nothing. So I'm not going to do that and pretend that here. So that's why I always kept it real with y'all. And I told y'all how it was. And to be honest, she pretty much did. I think were there any points where she was actually cool with them at all for like even a short period of time? I can't really like remember that fully. Maybe when they were like drunk for a minute, but then that's when they always did something dumb and made other people get upset with them. So yeah, they never really got a chance to like bond like that, and I guess Asia didn't really want to regardless. And they was like just asking them about the fights and things like that. And Asia, she ends up getting up like she was about to do something. Like, oh no, I just want to sit over here. Talking about she wants to sit next to Jamie and Jasmine. But all of us know that wasn't going to turn out too well if they would have said something that she didn't like. So they got up. And I was like, that's pretty interesting that they're both getting up and moving away when Asia's coming over there as though they're shook, like they're scared. But I mean, it could also be because they didn't want to like be sitting there and get sucker punched, because things like that have happened on numerous occasions in the reunions. So I mean, you kind of got to you do have to be on guard when things like that are happening and be on point, alert and all that. But you know, security was really prepared today, like overly prepared to the point where we're going to talk about that in a few minutes. So yeah, they didn't really like actually fight, or if they did, they kind of cut out those scenes, but it didn't look like they actually, like, you know, got a chance to fight or anything like that. Kristina, we all know that she's like a ticking time bomb. They was having discussions, arguments, and she's just sitting there, and then she just starts like going off and try to fight, and it was just like, here we go again. And they were just having like a whole bunch of cattiness. I didn't write down the stuff they were saying because it was just like a whole bunch of like, oh, you're nappy hair, you're this, you're fat, you're a rat, you're, you know, just stupid cattiness that I'm just like, I'm not gonna type all that and repeat it. It's just whatever. And finally, Angela, she comes out. She actually came out on the scene a little bit after, because she wasn't on the scene with Kristina. But she came out and they go over the relationship and how it has evolved with both Angela and Kristina. And then Tanisha, you know, being the instigator that she's supposed to be and gets paid the big dollars for because nobody can tell her nothing, she goes ahead and she asks Jamie and Jasmine, so what do you think about Kristina and Angela's relationship? We all know that's a recipe for disaster, to ask them anything. And Angela's like, they can't have an opinion on our relationship. Who are they? They can't. They're not allowed to. And then from there, it's just, they say what they have to say. Jasmine and Jamie are like, they don't even know how their relationship is, or something along those lines. And Angela and Kristina get up and trying to go over to fight the girls. Yo, tell me why though, at the very end, did y'all see that? How one of the security guards came from all the way across the room and freaking knocked Angela off the stage. I was like, for real though, bro? Like, where did these people get their training? I guess they wanted to step up with the security. Like, these security guards need to be on the Love and Hip Hop reunions, because this right here, this was a whole nother level. This was worse than in the last season when that security guard had slid across the stage when he was in the house. It wasn't even a stage. He slid across the floor to try. I forgot who he was trying to get. But y'all, I don't know if y'all really follow Bad Girls Club like that, but there was one of them that did that, and it was like an epic moment. This one right here, he's up there with the other one. Like, really, bro? How you gonna treat her like you playing football right now? Like, he dead was like, boom, knocked her off the stage. I'm like, yo, she could break her legs, she could break her bones. Is it really that serious at the end of the day? Like, did they tell you, you know, any means possible, even if you have to eliminate or annihilate these ladies? Like, is that what it is? That was like ridiculous, y'all. That was a good laugh. So they about to put the heavy hitters in the next one. You notice how they wait for Suha and all the rest of them. They're gonna put them on the second one because that's the one that they really want us to watch. But they put the coming attractions for it before that so that we can see that and believe that it was gonna be in part one. I know what y'all doing, Oxygen, but it's alright. I still watch. So yeah, that's pretty much it, you guys. Thanks for watching. Be sure to stay fabulous, live free, and soar limitless. I will see you in the next one. Later.